I think I want to be a DJ in my next line. And.
And you just don't do it.
I tell you, I just add to the other million jobs that I have. But I am just so excited to be back again for another episode of Dream Do Done. It's January 11th, people. What in the what? Where is 2021 going? Lord have mercy. We pray everyone is staying safe and well. We know, once again, we've seen some trauma in our country, but we're not focused on that today. I think we've all had our full of what's going on in the universe right now. So we're going to stay focused on the things that we can do. And that's what Dream Do Done is here for. We're your accountability podcast each and every Monday, 1-ish Eastern Standard Time, with Serena Brown, Travis, the pulpit chick, Tamara Hartley, the how-to coach, and myself, Dr. Stacey Ed C. Grant, the chief faithpreneur. So we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for being a part. This is our season 3. Oh my goodness, where's the applause? Season 3. Woo, woo, woo. We out here. As the kids would say, we out here. And we're building and growing together, and we thank you all for being a part of the experience. Hey, Greta. Hey, Boo. One of my faithpreneurs out there in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in today. And as this week starts, I just want to pray for everyone's sanity, right? Because when you're around a lot of interesting situations and you're watching things transpire that you never thought in your lived lifetime you would see, it could have felt your mental health a little bit. So we go pray for everyone to just remain sane, remain calm, and to do the things that you can do, right? Be in control of how you move your dreams into an action mode, which is the doing, so that you can get it done. It's one thing to enjoy us, to even laugh with us, maybe even cry with us. But if you're not doing anything, then you're not helping us, because we show up here to keep you moving and hold you accountable to your greatness. So welcome to the show. I'm going to turn it over to the how-to coach to greet you. Serena Brown Travis is on assignment right now. That's the beauty of having 3 hosts that have 3 different businesses and multiple verticals. So when one has to do something, we're here to cover, but she sends her love and she looks forward to seeing you live next week. So Tamara girl, how you doing, how-to coach?
Look, the how-to coach is doing great today. So this weekend I really had a large win. Can you mute that 1 second? Because
sure.
Thank you. We're having our technical difficulties, but you know us, it does not matter at all. We keep going as always. But I had a really great weekend, and I actually got to see a client bring something to fruition. And anybody that knows any of us, not only do we share our receipts, but we love sharing our clients' receipts and the people who we help actually get it done. I have a client who brought something to fruition that's been in the works for 2 years. And just to see the look on her face, one, it was disbelief that she actually put her hands on a product and it turned out this good, but that she actually did it because she had been thinking about it for 4 years and it's been in the works for 2 years. So seeing that come to fruition this past weekend was a highlight of my life, of my coaching business, and what I love to see and what I love to do. So, I'm hyped up today. So I'm here to help you get it done too. So I'm hyped up, ready to talk about our topic and really dig into what our goals are for the new year.
Absolutely. There's no better feeling than to know that you have helped someone get a transformation. I know I'm Waterworks on a regular day. Like, you all know, I cry Hallmark movies, I cry commercials. I'm just Waterworks. But when I get a phone call or when my faithpreneurs unmute on a Saturday morning to tell me what they've done. And Patricia, I haven't had a chance to reach out to you. She sent me the sweetest card for the holidays to say happy holidays. She's like, I know. The best way to compliment you is to take action. I had to laugh. I'm like, yes.
And that's so for real and serious. Like, that is the best.
It absolutely is. And I'm just thrilled to hear you talk about the transformation and the launch for your client. I had a similar situation this past Saturday. One of my members in the community told me what she had done as a result of tuning in, and just, I never really shared the faith coach title because I have so many titles, but they're the ones who gave me that title as faith coach. And I said, it's a real blessing to do what we do. And this accountability show is our way to take it one step further. And I don't know if Patricia has already received her journal in the mail, but she was planning on ordering it. So we hope that your order got to you. But we're focusing on the journal today. And one of the first parts of the journal is new goals, new vision, renewed outlook. Right? It's both mysterious and exciting to start something new, the wonder of what's to be and what's to come. Is this my time? Is it really possible? Will I get it done? That's what we open up with in this journal to help hold you accountable. And Serena's quote leads us in. Once I allowed my imagination to flirt with my potential and possibilities, I began to see a new direction for my future. I thought that was so powerful when she added that quote. I'll say it again for those sitting in the back seat. Once I allowed my imagination to flirt with my potential and possibility, I began to see a new direction for my life. Serena Brown Travis, the pulpit chick. And there's so much power in that, right, Tamara? Like when you think about that, what does it bring to mind for you?
So often, a lot of us don't really think that we can do something. We want to do it. We dream about doing it, but we don't really think it's really possible for us. Well, we see Stacy doing her thing. We see so-and-so doing their thing. But for us, we don't really see it. And so sometimes, even though we have that desire to do something, we don't always see it. So I really like that when you let your imagination, and sometimes we limit that imagination because, that's too big. I don't see that. Maybe I can do 1, 2, and 3, but definitely I can't do this over here. And so when you really let go, that's like what I was telling my client this past weekend. So I'm going to let the cat out the bag a little bit just to illustrate. So she was working on one manual. Come to find out, she had 5 manuals. Now she has a box set that goes together, and it's an awesome product. And just to stretch yourself, and you did this all at once. We did all 5 manuals at one time. She didn't think she had one manual in her, let alone 5. And that's what I hear when I hear that quote, because a lot of times we limit ourselves by our disbelief because we don't think we can do it. Yes, Stacy can do it because we heard her testimony. She can do it because that's her personality and she's outgoing and she's that. But you may not feel like you are. But the truth of reality is you just have to dream big and the things will fall into place. The people will come to help you bring it to fruition. And if you believe that, it can happen for you just like that.
Absolutely. And I think that is so important to level set. You're like, oh, that's Stacy's personality. That's this. You don't know my struggle. You don't know my testimony. Right? We all have something that we have to fight through. Right? Because let me just speak for the 3 of us because we stand on faith, right? We're all 3 faithpreneurs. So if we didn't have a challenge, if we didn't have some growing pains, if we didn't have some long suffering, will we really have time for God? We're like, who needs God? I could do this on my own. So it's a humbling experience to go through whatever your challenge is. But to your point, you don't know just what you're sitting on, a pot of gold. And that's where a coach comes in. That's where mentorship comes in. That's where investing yourself comes in. So that person can hold that vision for you, right? He's Serena daddy. He's your spiritual daddy and my other daddy, right? So he tells us all the same thing when it comes to you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. And that other person can see. She thought, I can't even get one manual out. You helped her birth 5 different ones. And, Patricia's so funny. She said, my voice is like an angel on your shoulder. I'm glad it's an angel and not an annoyance. But yes, it's take action, right? Because that's what I want you to keep moving. If we get stuck in sitting stagnant, you know what happens? All the doubt starts seeping in. Yeah. If you stay stagnant, then you start not believing in yourself anymore. If you stay stagnant, there's no traction. So if you're not building any traction, how can you get to getting it done? You stay in this perpetual dream mode. Oh, one day I will. You start to sound like old lady. One day. Look, one day is now, right? It's time to move. It's time to do the work so that you can get the results. And this new goals, new vision, and renewed outlook, it's not about resolutions. Everybody's out here right now, resolutions and look, half of them won't remember it by Martin Luther King Jr. Day, right? So it's about really staying focused on just doing things differently. The things that got you to this point are not the same things that are going to take you further, and being okay with it. So what if you messed up? So what if she sat for 4 years trying to figure out how to get the manual done? She got it done, and now she has a box set. Okay, that's what happens when you take action. Hello.
Absolutely. And sometimes we don't even see what we have as being valuable. And that's another disbelief. That's another belief that we have to get rid of. At this time of year, you probably was at this point last year thinking about new things you wanted to be involved in, new projects, new people you wanted to work with, and you let it go by the wayside because you didn't know how to make it happen. And it's so funny, Stacey, that you said your name was given to you by your clients. That's how I came up with the how-to coach, because someone told me, you didn't just help me figure out the how, you helped me do the how. And I promise you, I love that so much. I was like, that's how I want to help people. I want to actually help them do the how. It's one thing to figure it out, but then it's another thing to actually do it. And so many of us have been at this point over and over again at the new year. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but we don't know how to make it happen for ourselves. And we let it go by Martin Luther King Day.
Absolutely. But it's the truth. It's the truth anyhow. And when we look at what we put, the way we made this journal was to incorporate some of our thoughts, our original quotes that we have here. And this will be worth millions one day, honey, so you want to get your copy. But the thought of gratitude that we have is the space that the three of us operate from. There's always something to be grateful for. And we say, our thought of gratitude in this particular section is, I'm grateful God has renewed me for another opportunity. I'm willing, ready, and able to reach new heights. Everybody say it with me. I am willing, ready, and able to reach new heights.
and no matter who you are and where you are, there's always a new height. And that's what I want people to really believe as well. Look at us. We're never really done. We're always having ideas pop up on this show that we bring to fruition, like the journal. But everyone always has a new level, a new height that they can go to.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the giant companies, the multi-billion-dollar companies that are doing new things, right? They're creating new partnerships. They're launching new opportunities. I mean, if the big boys are doing it, what about you? I mean, I just got a message that the platform you watch us with here on Dream Do Done every week, they're partnering with another big company to be able to provide more resources, larger staff. They're scaling so that their clients can be able to show up in the marketplace in a different way. So, Hunty, I'm going to treat myself just like a big brand, and I'm going to continue my collaborations. I'm going to continue to bring to our Faithpreneur movement the resources. This is what I talk about all the time. How are you leveraging your relationships, your resources, and your revenue? I don't care how long it takes. Just like your client, it was 4 years. She's been sitting, holding on to this baby. The baby was overdue. It was post-delivery in her mind, but I would challenge and say it wasn't post-delivery. She just needed those 4 years to build up the confidence, right? To believe in what Serena said, to flirt with the potential and her possibilities. She just needed that time and space to be able to get to execution and delivering not just one, but for a whole book set. Hello, somebody, like, if I could run off camera and come back, I would. That's a shout.
Absolutely. And it's so funny because the process that I took her through to even develop those 5 manuals, we had to revisit all the old content she has ever created. And we went back to every video. I mean, literally on her YouTube channel, she had 150 videos. We transcribed every last one of those videos and just showed her content, which blew her away. But now she like, oh yeah, after this box set, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And that is what happens when you build that confidence by taking action and you build that track record. Then it's like no holds barred. Now she sees the potential of her stuff, of her content, and she knows that she has some good stuff.
Absolutely. I got so excited. Look, I told you I wanted to run on screen. I want to run on screen and shout. I'm like, Stacey, wait, calm down. We still in the show and we got a couple more things to do. Y'all pray for me. And then also when you talk about the fact that now the wheels are turning, like she's amped up, just as amped as you were, like, I'm fired up. I had another client win. Like, this is what it is for me. When we go through how we lay out the journal, it gives you an opportunity for you to write your declaration, for you to do the things weekly that you're going to be accountable for. Go through your projects, list them out, and then who are the people? See, here's the point. We don't want you to miss this one. As the ministers will say, don't miss your shout right here. Who are the people that you need to be connected to, investing with, working with, that could help you do the areas that you're not capable of doing, right? That you don't have the capacity for. Who are those strategic individuals? When we talk about partnership, it's not just, oh, collaborate because that's the thing to do. No, strategically, there's somebody that you need to have a conversation with because you're over here doing this really well. Like you bake the best sweet potato pie on the planet. But there's somebody else over here that has a restaurant that's missing something, missing an additional piece to offer their clientele. You bring your bomb sweet potato pie to their restaurant. Bam, there's a marriage. Both of you get to play in the marketplace, make some money, and make people's stomachs really happy. Right? So how do you think about the people? We give that here and the priorities. There's going to be a million things to do on every given day. Right? And you know, we each have our strategy on how we deal with time and how we create those productivity points in our day. Our journal is giving you a chance to do that. Little places where you can jot down. If you're not the person that likes itemized lists and you like to just chart and jot things down, we have space for you here to do that. And then a reflection, right? Reflecting on your action for the week. What is it that worked well? What didn't work well? What you're thankful for? What notes? You'll be surprised when you start documenting your journey, what can happen as a result. So look, I tell you.
And let me be honest, I was one of those people, I'm being transparent, who was like, it don't take all that. I don't have to write everything down. I got it all right here. I got everything right here that I need to do, that I need to tick off every day. And when I tell you, when I really started tracking my progress, you cannot actually really achieve what you're not tracking, what you're not looking at. You can't fix it. You don't know what to do with it. Even though I had so much stuff here, when I started writing down my stuff, even my daily stuff, what are my priorities? What am I doing? That declaration is super, super important. That sets the tone for your day. When I started writing down things, I started really seeing some gaps. I started seeing where I really wasn't taking action. And I started seeing where I really could. And I started seeing the opportunities. And it really became not, I won't say therapeutic, but it just became therapeutic to the point where it's like, okay, I can really do this stuff. So that's why I'm such a proponent of writing things down. It's okay to have it in here, but take it from here and put it in a place where you can track it. And that journal is a perfect thing to do that.
Absolutely. And we're not just saying it because it's our journal, right? Absolutely. We understand. I think it was Trevor that said this before, that the hand is the digital recorder for the mind. So like when you are taking notes, it's a subconscious reaction that's going through and helping you to remember and commit to that follow-up, to commit to the thing that you need to do. So writing it down helps you to track that. And thank you, Greta, for saying that she is willing, able, and ready. We appreciate that.
Let me just tell you, we're not just saying it because it's our journal. It's really real, which I know you pick up on Dream Do Done. We're not telling you things just to tell you. So I'm a person, when I started writing things down, I started using note cards. This is where I started out. This box right here, I don't even know if you can see it. But all these note cards, these were my ideas. And I tried to keep it as organized as I could. But when I start putting it in a journal and putting it in something that I can track, now I keep this because this is the process to progress. You know, this is how it got done. So I'm a proponent of that stuff. And I keep those things as the track record. But the more organized I got, the more momentum that I had. And that's why we're telling you what we've done. We're not telling you just because we're trying to sell books. We're saying, look, this is a method. This is a strategy. And we're trying to share that with you to help you be accountable.
Absolutely. And what we want you to do, new goals, new vision, renewed outlook. What's something we can hold a space for you today? So if you're watching live, type it in the chat. Let us know how we can hold that space. Because even just typing it in the chat, you're committing to an action. Right. You're committing to something new. So before we close out the show today, you know, Jane, thank you for being here. Greta, thank you for being here. Patricia, thank you for being here live. Those who are viewing and unable to type, thank you for being here live. And if you're catching the replay, we appreciate you. But type it in the chat. What What is it that we can hold you accountable for with your new vision, new reality, and renewed outlook for 2021 so that we can celebrate you in advance, right, Tamara? And then tell them how they can connect and get their journal.
So you can always go to dreamdodone.com. That's our main website, which you see here on the screen. You can go here, order your journal, give us a little shout out, let us know you got it, because that's really super important, because we're going to be doing some things. We got a masterclass coming, some other opportunities coming where we're going to actually help you, if you have the journal, to kind of walk through that process and put that journal to use. So dreamdodone.com. You can stay tuned to everything that we have going on and all the things we have to offer.
I'm just so excited about 2021 in spite of, right, what we're seeing. Some meme or something was going around saying that 2021 was 2020 with a wig on. So, I don't know where people come up with this stuff. The internet has no chill. No chill. Awesome. Greta says she's starting her next coaching group. I love it. I love it. That's right. That's what I'm talking. We're going to hold that space, and I'm just so glad to be able to support you there. Launching on the 28th. Oh, shucks. Go, King David. That's what we want to hear and celebrate. This is your accountability safe place, right? This accountability podcast. We want to track what you are doing, right? Creating an oh, shucks. Go. Yep, Greta. I love it. I love it. I love it. So these are the things that we want to see you move towards. Let's not get caught up in how long it took you to get here. Let's just celebrate that you are here and that you're making a commitment to get it done. Even if it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to come out the first time. What's my second life lesson that I always share? It's not about being perfect. It's about getting started so you have something to perfect. That's not forsaking operating in excellence, because you always want to put your best foot forward, but be okay with getting something out so that you can then refine, massage, and create the next best version of what it is. So I'm excited to hear that. Patricia said, I need 5 manuals too. She's getting her knowledge out of her head and into written form. My journal's on the way. All right, Patricia. I love it. I love it. 2nd 60 Wellness. Oh, okay. All right. I love the Wellness Institute. I'm committed. Thank you for holding the space. Awesome. See, that's how you make us smile. That's how you power us up for the rest of our day, that we know our time here is not wasted, that you are taking the information, the resources, and the content and doing something with it. We'll be featuring special guests in season 3 that will just add to the conversation of the things that we highlight in the process in your journal. So make sure you get your copy so you can follow along, and that will also help you as we do our classes. So any final words before we wrap up? How to, Coach?
Look, I am just elated that all of you are participating, putting so much good stuff in the comments. Now, I will tell you, this is Dream Do Done. You already know how me and Stacy and Serena roll. So we're going to be holding you accountable to that and looking forward to some great things for you in 2021. Have a great week. That's all I can say. Have a great week.
And with that, everyone, we'll see you next week by the grace of God. It's MLK Day next week. Is it next week?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you know, I don't really take holidays, but we'll see. We'll honor the man and honor the vision next week. We'll be on for 1-ish to celebrate MLK Day next week. So take care, everyone.
We're not involved in service project. You know how we had to do last year, but we'll see.
You know I do. I have to speak that day. I don't know what time I'm speaking. And I do have a service project in the morning. But you know, I'll be on the road like, hey, family. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Greta said, please do. Yes, we will. We will. We'll be back again. And you continue to be great out there and get it done.
Get it done.
Bye for now.